No, but these are like strong points that we don't acknowledge always. That there are, starting points for reality for us, like what made us become the version of self that we are. And some people like Kohlberg's theory of early childhood development, looking at stage one, how all of these defining events, whether you realize them, recognize them, remember them, they shape and shift every aspect of who, how, why, and when you are. And people don't like to dig that deep because it opens up some treasure chest filled with shit sometimes.
That's fire. That's subconscious programming, though. I learned about that when I found Bruce Lipton. Do you know who that is? Do y'all know who
I
that
know
is?
who Bruce Lipton is, but I haven't studied him.
Biology of Belief.
Yeah,
Like,
I haven't read his books, but I know.
such a great book. He even has like a 2 hour special on YouTube. And
Pull your mic in front of you so that, yeah, just to make sure we actually get your audio.
okay.
Because I yell naturally louder and I can see
No,
myself
that's okay.
redlining.
That's okay. Um,
It's like, whether I want to be heard or not, they hear me.
right.
Yeah. Well, you moved her lighting, so let me see. Yeah, her lighting's still good. Yeah, her lighting's good. So, welcome. First day
Check one, two.
with the little tester of the format for this little conversation piece.
Big conversation.
It's a big conversation. It's a conversation. It's a conversation that leads into it's a seed that's going to lead into a bigger conversation.
Facts.
But the burnout epidemic, emotional intelligence as the potential cure. I'm KYD Works, and this is.
Secret synergy.
Say that again, 'cause I thought you just casted a spell or some shit.
Mic check 1, 2. It's girl synergy.
Hey,
1, 2.
hey,
Fucking
whole lot of shit.
emotional intelligence. That's what you said.
Emotional intelligence, yeah. The burnout epidemic.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the burnout epidemic?
No, actually, fill me in.
All right, so in general, there's been observation that more people, creatives, professionals in the professional space, Gen Z, students, have been talking about the feeling of being burnt out consistently and persistently. This has been something that's been observed more obviously since the pandemic and the lockdown, because all of us got real in tune with our emotions during lockdown. Supposedly, really, we just all lost our shit and entered into a state of psychosis. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, the rise of burnout and the fact that people are actually observing it and have a term for it to recognize, like, oh, I'm burnt the fuck out from life, emotionally, etc. So there's a burnout epidemic, and the idea and concept right now is that emotional intelligence is the cure to the burnout epidemic. And I'm presenting it as self-awareness, regulation, and empathy. Using those three components of emotional intelligence gives you the ability to cure yourself of your own personal burnout. Now, my whole thing is, I don't really know if it's true on a deep scale. I might be able to use it for myself and say this anecdotally works for me, but I can't say it works for everyone. So I just wanted to bounce this off of you and see how you feel. Do you agree? Why not? And we just see where the conversation fly.
Yeah, I think I actually put together some notes on this, right? So you said self awareness, self regulation, and empathy, right?
Correct.
So I think that's part of the equation. But I think motivation, and so when I looked it up, it was like 5 key components. So that's 3 out of the 5. So in addition to that, it would be motivation and social skills, right? Because you could still have all those three, but if you're not motivated, you get what I'm saying? If you don't have that internal drive, right, to continue, like regardless of um, the issues that come up, right? And then social skills, meaning being able to communicate who you are to other people and be understood on multiple levels. Does that make sense?
That makes sense completely for emotional intelligence, but I was just talking about specifically using the components that are needed for curing the burnout that an individual experiences. I don't have no pushback on it. I would just be curious as to how what was the first one you said? You said
Motivation.
yeah, because motivation is something that we've observed, not we, but I've observed for quite some time. And even from the fitness space, there's a recognition and acceptance that motivation is neither here nor there, because that's based off of how you feel, and how you feel changes in any given moment. So if you move based off of motivation, you have a higher rate and percentage of failure. Discipline is the key thing that we usually observe when it comes to like the differentiation between what is needed to be a successful quote unquote anything. It's not motivation, it's discipline. Because your motivation goes away on day 100 when you haven't succeeded yet. But the person that's relentless says, I got 999 more days to go. You know what I'm saying?
Consistency, yeah. So it's funny you say that, because what I have under motivation is being driven by internal values and goals rather than external rewards. So when we're talking about burnout, right? And it's like, I feel like when we are in burnout, it means that something about your life is restricting your full authenticity, right? Because if you're living a life that you want to live, right, on all aspects, in terms of like, like not working a job that you hate, or just making sure that you're able to meet all your needs at the core, right?
Yeah.
Then it's less likely that you're going to experience burnout, because you're going to be doing things that you enjoy, that recharge you. You're going to be going to the park. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that looks like to everybody
you.
else.
Correct.
Right, because what it looks like to me is going, you know what I'm saying, making sure that I have control of my time. I could spend it with people who are truly like in support of who I am, and we have a good synergy. You know what I'm saying? Like we motivate each other to be. I know I keep using mine. Period. So and staying optimistic and persistent, because that helps you not feel as burnt out.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
I think my whole thing is most people just ain't self-aware in general. Once you have self-awareness, it gets easier to make the conscious choice to continue to be undisciplined or to begin to be disciplined. Because a lot of people don't even recognize that they already have discipline, but they're only employing it in specific areas. Like if you have a job, you work a 9 to 5, you are disciplined, especially if you on time every day.
Right.
That means you get up on time every day, no matter how you feel. You don't care what's going on because you need that paycheck. So you have discipline, but you might not have discipline for yourself. You only have discipline in the ways you've been taught to employ discipline as a child. And, if we only get it through schooling and don't get that extracurricular structure where you learn how to be self-sufficient and learn that you could build yourself up, the where, the when, the why, the how, you only think you're here to be a worker bee.
Yeah.
So burnout, when we're looking at professionals and now especially like content creators, that a lot of people are working for free because before you break through, you ain't getting nothing. So if you got nothing else coming in, you literally work for free. So when we talk about burnout, or when I'm referencing burnout, I keep saying we, like there's a collective we, like there's mad niggas just floating. So it's like when we all come together now, there's no one else here, I promise, besides Blake over there. But the burnout I'm talking about is that burnout you experience where you don't realize until you're in the thick of it that you don't have the energy to be you anymore. Like say you had a gym routine before you got a new job, get the new job, this is great, you're finally getting the money, but now you've been working a new job for 18 months, and it's like you blink and realize, oh my God, it's been 18 months. Oh my God, I haven't been in the gym in a year. Oh my God, I gained 40 pounds. And it's like, you see people do this shit all the time, and you be looking like they're crazy, like, wait a minute, what the fuck, you just realized that you exist in your body, nigga.
It's not clocking to you.
But that's reality, that people just they click back in because you're going to autopilot, and that's when that burnout, you realize you burnt the fuck out because you don't have energy for nothing else.
Yeah.
So burnout for a lot of us, as something we observe, and I say us now, I say everyone has ever acknowledged their own burnout, is something that we got taught because it was like, oh shit, there is mental fatigue. Oh, there is like you're going into psychosis. You are having a quote unquote mental break. You could be the most sound, rational person to have a fucking mental break because it's like, yo, I ain't slept in enough hours. I haven't eaten enough food. I've been working too much. I'm stressing with my shorty. I'm arguing here. And then the brain just goes and you collapse. It glitches the fuck out. You know, we all have moments. So that burnout, I don't know if the motivation, that's why I keep talking, I want to go back to motivation. I don't know if motivation would help or hinder it. Because if I start to build my cure for the burnout around motivation, as soon as I lose motivation because something bad happens again, which is guaranteed, is life, the next argument, the next bullshit make me work triple shift because this nigga didn't come in, I'm gonna break. Why? Because my motivation's gone now. I'm not feeling it again. And then what happens is, and I've been in this cycle personally, I'll only speak for myself, because I've been in that exact cycle where I hope that my motivation would carry me. But then the bullshit happens and I spin. And when I spin, I spiral quicker than ever. Why? Because now I go into a self-punishment mode because I feel like I should have known better. I should have done better. How dare I? You beat yourself up. So it's like I had to learn to accept the reality that discipline has to trump motivation. I didn't put discipline in here because discipline is something you have to employ and work on and build up. Right. That's not emotional intelligence. You know, that's the only reason I didn't add it. But that's why the discipline will fall under self-awareness. Like self-awareness is a blanket. I'm not going to lie. Motivation as something to use when it strikes. Like I feel like motivation is a tool you have to know when it strikes and you got to use it. Like I'm motivated to write.
So a better word would be then, if I was to reword it, I would say inspiration, like staying inspired. Because the core of it is just being driven by internal values and not by external rewards. That's the bottom line of the component of emotional intelligence, right? When we're talking about like having self-awareness and self-regulation and empathy, and then you have to stay optimistic and persistent you know what I'm saying? So motivation kind of encompasses all of that. Does that make sense?
What you was gonna say?
No, I just feel like when you put focus and emphasis on optimism, you are more likely to burn out because life is not about optimism. It's not about pessimism. It's just about realism. It's like when you, like you just said with motivation, it's a fleeting feeling. With optimism, you can be in a state of optimism, but just know that the pendulum will swing the other direction just as far as swung over here. So what happens then? It's like optimism to me is, I'm not going to say it's not real, but how authentic is it really in the moment? Like someone telling you to be optimistic versus how do you really feel at this moment?
The reality of a situation. Yeah, I definitely understand that because I'm definitely a firm believer in being authentic to how you feel. Don't pretend to be optimistic if that's not how you feel in the moment. You could say it, that's not how I feel in the moment, but you know what I mean? But when I say staying optimistic and persistent, it just means in the pursuit of, you know, okay, let me actually, you know what, let me go back to self-awareness. So recognizing your own emotions and their impact, right? Like
yes, that's part of emotional intelligence. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Self-awareness falls under yes.
Component, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So then knowing your strengths, your weaknesses, your values, and your triggers. So when I say staying optimistic, it's because sometimes when you fuck up in front of people, they'll try to make that your character. You know what I'm saying? So especially when you're dealing with like yourself as a part of a community, a family, whatever, friendship, like in business. So it is important how other people view you, and it is important to, you know what I'm saying, attempt to have like those conversations where you're being honest about how you feel.
Correct. But that all falls under that's under the blanket of self-awareness. Yeah. No, I agree with that completely because that's all under the blanket of self-awareness for sure. Sure.
But even with empathy too, I feel like people need to practice that more with themselves. Then that will help them be more.
Wait. Run that back. Hold on. Wait. That's not true. My definition of what empathy is to have empathy. And if you're observing your own emotion, that's not having empathy. That's having an experience.
To have empathy or to be empathetic is two different things. True,
but the
I was referring to being empathy. If I'm being empathy, that means I have exercised it with myself. Like I can't have grace for you.
No, if I'm being empathetic.
Right.
Yes.
If I'm being empathetic, but I can have empathy. Yes, that's
If you don't
yes
have for yourself?
in the English language to have
What
empathy
does it mean?
is not to experience my own emotion. It's the ability to basically contextualize and experience another person's emotion.
Yes. What I'm saying is before that happens,
I have to have self-awareness of my own emotions.
and you have to be empathetic. It's like, again, I can only hold grace for you, true grace, if I have held it for myself.
Right.
I cannot be that for you if I don't know what it looks like for me. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can have empathy. I'm just saying the step before that, you have to be it for yourself. It's just like love. If I don't have self-love, what am I giving you?
That's
If I
true.
don't love myself, by definition, I don't love you. I can't love you because I can't extend you something I don't have. If you need $20 and I got $20, what you got? $20. But if you ask for that $20 and I don't got that $20, I can't give it to you.
Truth.
Right.
Truth.
I can't give it to you.
Truth.
No matter how I may think, no matter how I may think you may need this love or this empathy, I'm giving you a distorted version because I have not demonstrated it for myself. I have to know what that feels like and then share that with you. Share that experience. Other than that, I'm making it up. I'm giving you what I think you need.
So can I read this to y'all real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Empathy. Okay, so empathy for self, right? Often called self-empathy or self-compassion, is the gentle art of turning your emotional understanding inward. It's about honoring your own pain, needs, and humanity with the same kindness you'd offer someone you love. So at the core, it's listening to your own feelings without judgment, acknowledging your needs and unmet needs, and then responding to yourself with care instead of criticism. That's how, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like a lot of people, even though they do care about other people because you're taught in church to care for other people and love other people, but a lot of times when they don't have their own, like when they don't have self-empathy, then they'll resent you. They'll help you and then they'll resent you. Right. But you get what I'm saying? Like, have you ever met people who will like do something like kind to you or kind for you, and then later on like they'll bring it up and they'll throw it in your face? It's because they're secretly
That's
resentful.
majority. That's majority of people.
That's being nice.
Right.
That's not kind.
Right.
That's
Correct.
two different things.
But that's the majority of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're right. It is nice and not kind, but because it's fake. Nice is like a politically correct, so I look like I'm
The
helping,
act
you know what I'm
of
saying?
nice is an act. Kind is something that's done with the emotion. Like it's like if you spill a cup of water and I get it up, that was a nice act. That doesn't mean it was a kind act.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't being kind. I did
was
something that was
strategic.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
I was just cleaning up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's nice. It's a nice thing to do, but it wasn't a kind gesture.
Have you ever been fucked over by a kind person?
If I go get you another bottle of water, that's kind.
A kind person.
Because a kind person doesn't exempt somebody from fucking up.
No,
You
what
know
I'm
what I'm
saying
saying?
is someone with a kind heart.
You gotta rephrase it then. You're talking about someone that's doing something with malicious intent.
What I'm saying is nice people have ulterior motives. I'm being nice to you because I want something from you. Here, now, later down the road. Kind, I just did a kind gesture. I held the door open for you.
That's not all nice people though.
Huh?
That's not all nice people
No,
though.
I'm saying just not nice people, just nice. The act of being nice. I'm only being nice to you because it's not really who I really am. I'm doing this for you because of.
No, most people just are nice because it's politically correct, like she said.
Again, like you
But
said,
that's not looking for anything in return. That's just doing it because it's the nice thing to do. Like that's why like you could always tell like a nigga's an asshole versus like, oh, that's a nice guy. That's a kind person, was a nice guy, but he's not looking for nothing. Like the nigga that stands there for 10 minutes, he made himself late to hold the door open. He's not kind. He's nice. But he's not looking for nothing. He didn't even get a thank you. Like the dick, like we've seen it before. The dickhead that stayed to hold the door open. If 19 people walk by, nobody said thank you. He late. He missed his bus and all of that. He got nothing. There's no strategy.
Right.
He was just taught to be nice. He wasn't taught to be kind. He wasn't taught to.
Strategically nice. They're strategically nice. And
If he missed his own
genuinely
bus,
nice,
what was the
right?
strategy? That's why I painted that scenario. He's just a dickhead. He didn't know how to disengage. There's mad people we watch do that shit all the time. They don't have the ability to disengage.
True.
Right. So a lot, and that's why I said the counter. That's why I said that all of these nice quote unquote people that do nice things, they don't got nothing ulterior. Some of them is just fucking programmed and they can't move. They can't break the pattern. They really got nothing coming for them. They don't even get thank yous. They the people that get walked on all the fucking time. They don't even think God gonna bless them. They be crying at night talking about why God.
Yeah, hold on. That right there. I held the door open for somebody, right? They said thank you. I I kept going. It's like, you didn't hear me say thank you? I said, I didn't hold the door for you to say thank you. I held the door because I held the door.
See, so many perspectives.
Of course.
Like,
and they all correct.
I don't like. I had to tell it to somebody like my daughter's mother. She would hold the door for people. If you didn't say thank you, she was on your ass.
Okay.
And I'm like this.
Manners.
Did you hold the door because you wanted to hold the door, or did you hold the door because you were looking for a thank you?
For the reward. That's what I was getting to, right?
And
so
that's why I said there's a difference.
For the love of it, or for what you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what is?
But it's case by case. You gotta take it case by case. What's your motivation? Yeah. That's case by case.
Yeah.
Unmotivated, man. You said it.
I still gotta post that clip.
Man, listen.
You know what's funny? That I ain't post that episode. I rewatched it and I found out about the joint that Shorty had out for me after I watched that episode. And he was like, "Who counted you out?" I said, "I don't think she." I said, "I guess she did count me out because the motherfucker got that shit. I guess I was wrong." I can't wait to post that one because I'm gonna double back. I spoke woo. Guess she did count me the fuck out. It's alright, nigga. You can't never keep a wolf down. You gotta cut his legs off, nigga. We crawl.
Rejection is protection. Don't forget that.
I love it. I've been known. I'm grateful for shit.
Can be.
And I can't be rejected when I'm the one running. That bitch, I'm running. Oh shit.
That is hilarious.
I like that though. So all right. So I wanted to keep it short and sweet. So to some degree you would just add on to self-awareness, self-regulation, and empathy, motivation. Even though technically motivation falls under self-awareness, because you would even have to be self-aware to know you need lack the motivation. Like that's reality. You can't have motivation if you're talking about employing it as a cure. Because remember the whole conversation was the burnout epidemic and emotional intelligence as the cure. So it's going to always be. It's like if you're actually making a medicine, what components are needed for this specific medicine? Correct. So that's why I narrowed it down to just the self-awareness, the regulation, the empathy, because those three coupled together, ebbing and flowing back and forth, gives you the ability to observe when the trends are what matter. Trends in self, trends outside of self. When we're ebbing and flowing in between these states, it's the self-regulation that lets you slow yourself down or speed yourself up when need be. And as we just addressed the empathy, it is the empathy towards self to some degree. But it's the empathy towards self that only gets employed when you recognize that you're not getting what you need as an individual, going back to self-awareness. So they all intrinsically just keep ebbing and flowing. Right. That's why if I add in something else that doesn't have the ability to self-sustain, i.e. motivation, I've now put in something that's a variable that increases my odds of failure versus decreasing them.
You can't control that.
You can't control that. That's just based on how you feel.
Syn said, she said it's the burnout is pretty much rooted in your inauthenticity.
The fact that you have to constantly keep masking, and then you know what I'm
Even though
saying,
it's
and
your
then
own
also
choice.
suffer
But-
from not being seen. Like, go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say yes and no because again, if we just look, we're talking about the whole group of professionals, people in the workspace. Gen Z feels it now. Just all human beings are experiencing it, and I don't know if it has as much to do with everyone. I think you're correct. There's a large sector of human beings, us included, where being inauthentic pains us, and then there's a large group of people where it's like, I'm not here to be authentic. I'm clay. Whatever I'm supposed to be, I'll be for the day. They're feeling burnout because as human beings in general, they haven't given themselves time. They haven't taken the week off. They haven't. Some of them don't. Some of them just went right. But that doesn't boil down to not being authentic. Because what if the authentic self is I just want to watch TV for 2 weeks straight, motherfucker? You can't do that without working a 9 to 5. So you have to create balance. That's why it's self-awareness, regulation, and
Thank
empathy.
you.
I mean, yeah, if you doing this, if you street
Can we say society
society, what
is the root cause?
society? Wait.
Expectations of society. Sorry.
No. Don't say sorry. You're not a sorry person. Don't say sorry. You owe no sorries to anyone. I was just saying. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to clarify what are you saying? You're saying society is the root cause of the burnout epidemic.
The construction of how society is structured. Society is structured to put the collective first, the individual last.
Correct.
So when we're talking about burning out, why are we burning out? Because I am not tending to my garden. I'm not tending to the individual, my individuation and
Yes.
my individualism. I'm
Correct.
forgetting that I, as an individual, make up this collective that is reaping the benefits of the society that is created. So if we, like I'm looking at society, you don't have, in society, it's not acceptable in places for you to take mental health days. It's not It's not acceptable for you to have the time that you need to go and recharge, for you to ground. You're told do that on your time. So I'm just saying, like, as far as like, is that the reason why we have the burnout? Is that the reason why we ignore the stillness? Is that the reason why we ignore the silence? Is that the reason why that we are so neglectful of our needs, and we're sitting here like you're just looking for the next best thing to keep you going, that dopamine hit.
Yeah.
Or you're looking for that next goal you're trying to hit, that next metric, and everything you hit is like, yeah, it's like school. You get prepared for the next grade, the next grade, the next. What are you preparing yourself for? What moment? The moment is here. You keep looking past it. You're trying to hit this marker for you to be perceived in some way, shape, fashion, or form in society, and it's like none of that shit matters. I feel like the burnout is like when you realize none of this shit don't even fucking matter.
Yeah, but as soon as you say nothing matters, then you fall into nihilism. Yes.
I was a little
Definition.
bit nihilist, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Frederick Nietzsche. As soon as you even say the phrase "nothing matters," you have entered into the realm of nihilism.
Lauren Hill said it.
Yes, but even her saying that, these are all quotes that come from way before all of us. Everyone that realized nothing mattered drove themselves fucking crazy, because you have to realize nothing matters, then let go of it and make something matter.
They make meaning, but on your terms.
Yes, on your terms, unless you live in the real world, and then you recognize that,
Go
hey,
off the
champ,
grid.
hey, okay, there it is. About to say, because ain't none of us on our terms. I couldn't even get this fucking live stream up on my terms. Niggas had to jump through get this camera, this lens, this, that, this mic, this why. Niggas just couldn't. What the fuck we mean? We doing it on everyone's terms. Everyone else's terms.
Okay, so can I say this then for motivation, right? So, because ChatGPT reworded it for me.
Hold up. You can't be no cheat code here talking about some Chat GPT reworded it for me. How do you feel, Syn? I fuck how Chat GPT feels.
Source right now. Come on.
No, you source. Your source. Chat GPT is a reflection of you. Don't ever get that shit twisted.
That's true. But okay, so listen. So motivation, reigniting joy, not pressure. So when you're burnt out, motivation wanes. Reconnect with your why in gentle, non-pushy ways, right? So revisit old dreams, music, or hobbies that made your heart flutter. That's what it says. And then set micro goals, and then it says Q-tip, make a joy jar with the little things that bring light into your day, even doodles or voice notes to your future self. So when I say motivation, that's the type of show.
99.9% of people ain't doing none of that. And as someone that's worked in the wellness field, no, it's not. And that's the point. If you're trying to actually be a service to people, you, not you, the collective you, this is to all of y'all that believe yourselves to be preachers, speakers, or people that have the ability to reach man. If you can't make it make sense to a group of 5-year-olds, then this is a concept you are struggling to understand yourself. And it's not a bad thing. You know why? We're all fucking students. And it took me over a decade of trial, tribulation, and practice and studying different orators and realizing and recognizing that there are different speech patterns that are recognized on a universal scale, on a myopic scale, and on a grandiose scale. So we have to pick and choose what level we want to operate at. And if I want to make sure that my children, when they see this shit, make it make sense to them, we got to figure out how to make it make sense to a fucking 5-year-old. Because a lot of these shucking and jiving niggas is real smooth with the words. And they say a whole bunch of shit that sound good, but they don't understand it they motherfucking selves. Like quantum physics.
I'm crying. But wait, what part were you talking about, though? Not understanding.
No, the in general.
So you talking about somebody that you talking about.
Who, nigga?
Using all these words.
Shots being fired? And I don't know.
No, not at you. Oh, no, I'm about to say, no.
I wasn't assuming it was me.
We're going to say that for off camera.
Okay.
Nah, I'm just saying in general, like that is the reality of it. Like there's a lot of practice that goes into making fucking words make sense to us, like on some G shit.
I just made up a word the other day.
Oh man, here you go.
My first word was fajugiation.
Fajugiation.
Yep. I'm out here fajugiating.
Okay. We going to the
That just means to finesse the system.
we going to the dispensary. I just wanted to make that clear. I don't know if y'all heard my phone go whoom. That was the sound. Hold on. That was the sound it was supposed to make. We going to the motherfucking dispensary. I just wanted to make that clear. I want to thank you to my supporters. I want to thank you to Boom Boom Kitty Fuck 6969 for donating that $25 flash reward.
I love those names.
Oh shit! All right. Do we have any closing sentiments or points that you want to slap on this?
Stay motivated.
Stay motivated. That's it. Here the fuck we.
Stay motivated. Stay inspired. Know yourself. Get to know yourself for real.
Yeah.
Your astrology birth chart.
Yeah, hold on. Look, you see that remix? Look. They shouldn't have never gave me buttons, nigga. Hold on. No, it's okay. This is a practice run. That part is not gonna probably be on YouTube. It will be. I don't care. I'm putting the whole episode out. But thank y'all. My part in words is figure this shit out or don't, cause it's a beautiful experience. It's all yours anyway. So choose what the fuck you want to do with it. Grow, don't be a seed, stay a podling, go into the pooper stage, don't exit it, stay in your cocoon. Do whatever the fuck you want at the end of the day. It's your choice, it's your life. You just a spark, this just a flash, and this shit gonna be over in a blink of a motherfucking eye. So you don't owe me shit, and I don't owe you shit. But I definitely appreciate y'all tapping the fucking subscribe, like, comment, do all that cool shit. Send me booty pics if you were a natural woman. Only, let me just be clear about that, cause my fitness account my fitness account's been violated. I just want to be clear. Y'all niggas be violating me on my fitness account. All right. No, for real, I want to be clear about that shit. Like, y'all niggas make me not want to post no type of workout. I'd be like, and this is how you work your latimus, and this is how you work your transverse abdominis, and the niggas be in my DMs talking about some. I think we should hang out. No, nigga. Where did you get that from?
I just want to be your friend.
What?
Stop.
Yeah, so anyway, and if y'all want the fitness trainer rate, then DM me about that shit. But I block motherfuckers at this point religiously. I just enjoy hitting the block button. It's my favorite fucking thing to do. So stop being fucking weird. I'm here for the onion, not no onions. Nasty motherfuckers. And that's it. Cool. Signing off. I'll see you on the next one. I'm about to log back in, bitch.
And the universe is always working in your favor.
Say it again.
The universe is always working in your favor. The universe is always working in your favor, even when it don't feel like it.
There it is. Until next time. Suck your mother.